She's big, she's grand, and today she dominated Darwin Harbour. The Queen Mary 2 is easily the largest vessel ever to grace the territory. 9 News has full coverage of the visit. Michelle Buckworth is on the harbour after getting the first-class tour of the ship today. And Christina Costales has all the details on the thousands of passengers and how they spent the day. First, though, to Michelle. And Michelle, it was very much a lightning visit.
Jono, she was here for just a couple of hours, but certainly you couldn't miss her, and everyone was just dying to catch a glimpse. Most of us foregoed the early morning welcome and instead opted for an afternoon farewell. Hundreds headed to the wharf for some happy snaps, and everyone on board looked just as eager to wave farewell to the city that has welcomed her for the past couple of hours. Obviously, from the pictures you can see, she's quite grand. Let me tell you, it's even more spectacular from the inside. We got a tour earlier today. Sparkling like diamonds and worth just as much. The Queen Mary 2 glided into Darwin Harbour early this morning, and at more than half the length of Mindil Beach, she dwarfed everything in sight. She's on a 30-day circumnavigation of Australia, following the original logbooks and maps of Matthew Flinders on board, the first man to circumnavigate Australia in the 1800s.
We sailed through Torres Strait a couple of days ago, a strait that had given not only Flinders but Bligh and Cook so much trouble because of the treacherous nature and the shallowness of it. The Queen Mary sailed through it effortlessly.
On board, a population more than a third the size of Katherine.
The ship has a distinct Australian flavour at the moment. 1,540, I think, of our guests are Australians and seeing their country from another point of view.
Every whim of passengers is catered for, one staff member for every 2 guests. And there's plenty to do on their journey. Drink one of 344 bottles of champagne consumed every day. Each year, nearly 250,000 corks are popped. If lined up, they'd reach Everest. Sit down to one of 16,000 meals served every day. Catch a show in the theatre. 12 dancers, 4 singers and 33 musicians on hand to entertain, plus guest entertainers from all over the world. Gaze at the stars in the world's first floating planetarium.
Girl, I'm so sorry I was blind.
Dance at the world's largest ballroom at sea.
You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
Have a dip in one of 5 different pools or relax on more than 1,000 sunbeds. Thank you. Stretch your legs on 5,000 stairs across 14 decks. Shop till you drop at one of 8 luxury boutiques. The ship also boasts the largest library afloat with more than 8,000 books, a $5 million gallery full of original artworks commissioned specially for the ship, a casino and 14 decks of sporting facilities. But luxury like this doesn't come cheap. A top-of-the-range Queen suite like this one will set you back nearly $21,000 for the 20-night circumnavigation. The ship is now bound for Bali before finishing its journey on the 7th of March. Michelle Buckworth, 9 News.